Did you know the name of one of rock's most iconic bands almost came from a beer label? And stick with me, because the number one fact I'm going to share at the end of this video will completely change how you see the Moody Blues. From pioneering musical fusion to heartbreaking losses in 2025, this band's story is packed with suspense, transformation, and a legacy that runs deep. So if you want to understand why the Moody Blues are so much more than just classic rock, you'll want to stay till the very end. The Moody Blues first emerged in Birmingham, England. Back in May 1964, the original lineup featured Denny Laine, Mike Pinder, Ray Thomas, Clint Warwick, and Graham Edge. At first, they were a rhythm and blues band, covering soul and R&B tracks. But they were destined for something different. Where did the name Moody Blues come from? Well, blues was a given, since that was the music they played. But band member Mike Pinder added Moody to reflect the changing moods in their music, and because he liked how the M fit into their original name scheme. It was poetic, adaptable, and a perfect fit for the band they would become. A huge shift happened in 1966 when Denny Laine and Clint Warwick left. They were replaced by Justin Hayward on guitar and vocals, and John Lodge on bass and vocals. This single change transformed their entire sound. The lineup of Hayward, Lodge, Pinder, Thomas, and Edge became the classic era formation that would last for about a decade. Together, they started blending rock with orchestral textures, poetic lyrics, and a progressive structure that was way ahead of its time. Over the years, more changes came. Pinder was eventually replaced by Patrick Moraz, and other members gradually retired or sadly, passed away. So, what really sets the Moody Blues apart? It's their incredible fusion. They were masters at merging rock instruments with grand orchestral arrangements, lush harmonies, ethereal flutes, the magical sound of the mellotron, and deep poetic storytelling. Their 1967 album, Days of Future Past is often called one of the very first concept albums, seamlessly blending classical music with rock. Of course, we have to talk about their iconic single, Nights in White Satin, written by a young Justin Hayward. It became their signature song, a timeless anthem that perfectly captures their emotional, atmospheric, and layered style. It's a song that just transports you. But they didn't stop there. Over the decades, they embraced synthesizers and modern studio techniques to stay fresh and relevant. During the late 60s and early 70s, the Moody Blues were on fire, releasing a string of hugely influential albums. On the Threshold of a Dream, from 1969 was their first UK number one. Albums like A Question of Balance and Seventh Sojourn solidified their status as progressive rock giants. They continued to produce hits for decades, like Your Wildest Dreams and I'm Just a Singer in a Rock and Roll Band, with some tracks even embracing a more 80s synth-pop sound. Their influence is undeniable. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and are cited as an inspiration by countless progressive and art rock bands. Their legacy is all about blending imagination, emotion, and pure musical ambition. Sadly, 2025 has been a somber year in the history of the Moody Blues. On October 10th, the world lost John Lodge, their longtime singer and bassist, who passed away suddenly at the age of 82. His family shared that he passed peacefully, surrounded by loved ones, listening to the music he cherished. Justin Hayward publicly paid a moving tribute to his bandmate, expressing his deep grief and respect. In a bittersweet final chapter, Lodge had released a solo EP earlier in 2025 titled Love Conquers All. He wrote the songs after recovering from a serious stroke in 2023, and it stands as a beautiful, final personal statement. And now for that number one fact I promised you. With the passing of John Lodge, every single founding or classic era member of the Moody Blues is now gone. Mike Pinder died in April 2024, Denny Laine before that, and Ray Thomas and Graham Edge even earlier. Only Justin Hayward, whose voice is so intertwined with the band's identity, remains from their core eras. This is shocking, not just because it marks the end of an era, but because it makes their music feel more precious than ever. The Moody Blues are no longer just history. They're a legacy being written in the memory of their music. The Moody Blues taught us that music can be both smart and soulful, progressive without losing its heart. Their model of blending rock with orchestration paved the way for so many other artists. They showed incredible longevity, adapting through decades while always staying true to their poetic voice. For creators, they proved that vision is everything. For fans, their discography is a journey. And now, their story reminds us to cherish what remains. So there you have it. The Moody Blues were pioneers of mood, texture, and orchestral rock. 2025's losses have truly underscored how significant their legacy is. If you enjoyed this story, please hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Which Moody Blues song moves you the most? Thanks for watching, and remember, with the Moody Blues, the music carries more than just sound. It carries emotion, memory, and a timeless mood.